Alright, hello everyone. This is Professor Garbleman, and I'm creating a screencast, going to kind of go over a little bit about our video project. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you about how you should start thinking about this project, and then I'm going to actually walk through the steps for getting into screencast, saving it, and going into Windows Live Movie Maker. So let's get started. Alright, the very first thing you need to do for this project is come up with a topic. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Then you're going to create a storyboard, and you're going to actually script out what you're going to say. Now you're going to do that either, it doesn't matter if you're using the Screencast-O-Matic or if you're using a camera from your phone, you're still going to create a storyboard and script it out. After you get that done, you're going to do a test run. And then you'll actually get into actually recording it or actually taking the shots with the camera. So after you take the shots, then you're going to actually save it as an AVI or an MPG file. And then we're going to learn how to edit it using Windows Movie Maker. Alright, so we talked about this last week, choosing a topic. How would you use it? Well, really for demonstrating, anything that you want to show students how to do, you could actually create a screencast or video to show them. Another thing we talked about was that, classrooms that do projects, you could actually have the students create screencasts of their projects, or give them a video camera and let them video their project and then present it. Remember, creating is the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy, so that's why I think it's so important you start thinking about what students can do with screencasting. It's basically just another way you could do this, I guess, would be anything to inform parents or your community. Put students' work up there. We talked about that last week. Here's some of the ideas that we talked about last week a little bit, just in case you missed it or weren't here. You could basically allow students to do some review of their peers' work, and they could take videos of what their students have done and then kind of critique them. I talked about how science teachers could actually maybe do a screencast or a video showing how to perform the steps in a science experiment. Think about screencasting as something that you don't want to have to keep saying over and over again. What is it something that you do or you're going to do over and over again that you don't want to have to say it, and that you could post and that students could view from home, or that students could view or parents could view from home? You could create a tutorial for how to use a scientific calculator, or how to use a graphing calculator if you're teaching algebra or the higher levels. Or you could simply take a screencast of you working out a problem on the computer, and then you video that so they can actually see that on their own time. And this is more a little bit about talking about how to do math problems. For me, math is a big area to use these screencasts for, because students often get stuck and they don't really remember how to work a problem. They're at home, they're trying to do their homework. If you work the problem out for them and do a really good job of explaining it, then they're going to have a better chance at getting the assignment homework in. Alright, so as a demonstration for you guys, I decided that my topic was going to be how to create a kid blog site. In the last few, in the few weeks we talked about kid blog, and so I decided that I'm going to kind of show you what it's like to storyboard creating this kid blog site. And when hopefully on the next few slides you're going to see what I'm talking about regarding storyboarding. This is an example of the template that I put up in the Desire to Learn site. These are actual storyboard shots. This is where I would put either a picture placeholder of what I was going to capture on my screen, and then down here is where I would actually put what I'm going to say about this screen. And if you're doing a camera and you're using your iPhone or something, this will be, well, what am I going to shoot? Am I going to shoot the picture of the classroom? And then here it would be, what am I going to say What's the audio? What's the script going to be? If there's people in the scene, what are those people going to say? So you're going to do all of this first, well before you ever start getting into Screencast-O-Matic or pulling out your video camera. You do your storyboarding first. Okay, so this is my first shot on my first storyboard, and I put, if you see here, I put the picture placeholder. I'm definitely going to storyboard this main screen, and then here are my notes about what I'm going to say. I'm going to show you how to sign up for the kids' blog site, create a class, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the site. So that's storyboard number 1. Storyboard number 2. Oops. Go back here. Resize my screen a little bit. Okay, so here I would actually put my notes down here. I want to be sure to go over the different items that are showing here on the screen. Why is kid blogging different? Why is it safe for parents and for teachers? So I would go over that. The next thing in my storyboard is, this is a placeholder again. I would show them how to create a class. So this is again reminding me of what I'm going to shoot when I go live with my screencast. So I'm going to remind myself to say, I'm going to click on the Create Class button. Then here's the next screenshot of what I would say. I would actually tell them about how to fill in the required fields. And then I would tell them to click on the Create a Class button. Continuing on down, this is what it looks like after. I've filled in all the fields and I've typed in my verification code. Alright, now I'm logged in. So on this particular storyboard shot, I've decided that I'm going to make sure to remind them that I'm going to be sure to tell them about all of these menu items. And I'm going to go over each of them, going from left to right. This is a storyboard shot reminding me to tell them that I'm going to show them how to create a post. And I'm going to explain the steps for creating a post and how to use all of these features. Then I'm going to demonstrate how to put the text in the box on this particular shot. The next thing I'm going to do is show them how to review their post. So that's what it looks like to actually kind of go through and storyboard out everything. You're actually creating a picture of what it would look like before you ever start actually doing the logistics of it.